Hello and welcome to gloriously sunny Abu Dhabi. We're here at Yas Marina Circuit for the fourth and final round of the 2023 Asian Le Mans Series. After 2 rounds in Dubai and 1 here at Yas Marina yesterday, it's all come down to this final race. The overall winners of the 3 classes will be decided here. And what is at stake? Well, it's 3 invitations to race at this year's 24 Hours of Le Mans. It's a centenary edition. Now, before we discuss the ins and outs of this race, what and who to look out for, let's take a look at this Yas Marina Circuit with an onboard commented by the 5 times 24 Hours of Le Mans winner, Oliver Gavin.
On board the Vulcan horsed BMW M4 GT3, going for a lap with Thomas Morel here. As we're coming down the front straight here at Yas Marina, 16 turns, 5.55 kilometres through turn 1. Really important to get good exit off of here, carry the speed through turn 2 and up and over the hill and into turn 3, about 185 kilometres an hour. As we exit here, got to be careful of track limits as we come off of there and into turn 4. Then we're looking at the run down to turn 5, spotting the braking point, high grip tarmac here at turn 5, just being passed by a P3 car as we come through the corner. Very important to get a good exit here, but this also highlights how we need to exist. All the drivers need to exist on the racetrack together, multi-class racing, P3, GT, P2. And we're coming down and into the braking point for turn 6, about 265 kilometers an hour at this point, braking down to about 65 kilometers an hour at the apex of turn 6. Turn 7, very important to get good exit off of there, off camber, tricky to accelerate off of there, still using that toe from the P3 car to get as much performance as possible. And we're coming down into turn 9, another tricky corner. There's high grip on this new surface. GT taking a slightly wider line than, say, P3R, and I think that is going to cause maybe some issues later on in the race, right at this point when those 2 classes come together, trying to squabble over that same piece of tarmac. And we're coming through here into turn 12, braking point, very tricky. We're coming up to the W Hotel, then it's 13 and 14, both off camber. The BMW maybe is not as competitive in this part of the racetrack as other parts. So that's super important to get good exits and coming through into the final couple of corners here. A lot of curb on the exit here, which can make the braking tricky for the final corner here at Yas Marina. So go off that final corner, and that's another lap here at the Yas Marina Circuit in Abu Dhabi.
So before the 4th and final round of this 2023 Asian Le Mans Series gets underway here at Yas Marina Circuit, let's take a look back at what happened last night in round 3. I mean, Oliver, what a race that was.
Oh, it was action-packed. That even from the first corner, it was crazy. And that first 50 minutes as well, with all of the incidents, accidents. But one thing I want to focus in on is the drivers. I mean, it's been absolutely stellar in P2. You've got those established stars like Jarvis, Duresta, Hanley, and they're all under pressure from these emerging stars like Nolan Seagull, Kiffin Simpson, and the guy that stood out yesterday, there he was, Malte Jakobsen, really taking the race to all of those guys and ended up coming away with a victory. Extraordinary.
Absolutely, and it's really kind of shaken everything up in regards to overall rankings.
It did, and even yesterday evening at the flag, it was already up in the air. That was complicated even further and made even more exciting by some post-race penalties and what was a confusing race for the teams. What that's left us with, Hayley, is 8 of the 9 LMP2 teams can still win this title, even if only mathematically, and not just the title, of course, but that automatic invitation to Le Mans 24 Hours. It's A little bit less open in the other two classes. LMP3, though, has still got 4 teams in the hunt. And with GT with 3 teams in the hunt, that means 15 of the teams that will start this evening's race can still come away with the title and can still come away with an automatic invitation to the centenary edition of Le Mans. It's going to be an amazing finale.
Absolutely. I think that's going to make for a fantastic final round here at the Asian Le Mans Series at Yas Marina Circuit.
That is Yas Marina that gives this circuit its name, and that is the grid. We've lost another 3 cars, I'm afraid, since yesterday. But before that, 29 degrees at the moment on track, 25 degrees in the air. Unlikely to get much warmer than that, Ollie, at this stage. We're going to get deeper into the evening. This race starts at 4 p.m. local time.
We are running that 1 hour later for today's 4 hours of Abu Dhabi, which is going to present a little bit more of a challenge for the teams. More running under the lights, more running with a cooler racetrack. So I think that is something that these teams and cars. We were speaking to a couple of those teams yesterday and earlier on today with a couple of the things that they're looking to do, possibly with some pretty serious setup changes, possibly on these P2 cars, that how quickly they can change the front and the rear clip on these cars, and even a significant aerodynamical balance change. So is that something they're going to look to throw into the mix? If as you say, there's 8 or so of these P2 cars are in the hunt for the championship, is one of those teams really going to roll the dice and go for something extreme? Well,
leading the championship, we get a look here at the Getspeed car, 6th in GT. We'll come to the championship leaders. This, as we've said before, is 10 years of Getspeed performance. Their first season in the Asian Le Mans Series. They've had a bit of a topsy-turvy time of it, but have enjoyed their time.
Yes, they have. Yesterday, during the red flag, they were pushed off the grid, and they ended up coming wherever all the cars were lined up and back into the pit lane, and they seemed to just have some issues and problems. And then they had an issue with the car, I think, later, maybe even a spin.
But still in the championship hunt, they are the 3rd of 3 that are in the hunt for the GT class. Let's go down to the grid. We've got Haley Edmonds down there with an important man, the man at the helm of LMBM who organised the Asian Le Mans Series. Haley talking to Fred Leclerc.
Hello everyone, I'm down here in the grid, joined of course by Frédéric Leclerc, CEO of Le Mans Endurance Management. So Frédéric, what a fantastic season this fanned out to be finally, with a record grid here at Asian Le Mans Series.
Yeah, you're right. I mean I think we broke the record, 48 cars at the start of the championship, which is huge. We are very happy with this. The format is great. The competitors, I guess, they really love the event, and today is the last race, and so no, I do not want to bet, but it's going to be amazing.
This is the Volkenhorst BMW M4 GT3, dominant leaders at the moment, but as we know, Ollie, in these races and in every endurance race, it's 4 hours that can throw anything at this.
Talking to these guys earlier on in the weekend, they knew their job coming in here, what they needed to do and how they needed to approach their racing. And so I think yesterday they just executed, and then today I think they've just got to finish, I think it's 6th or better.
Yep, so we wait and see what happens with the number 34 car, and then we wait and see whether they or any of the other teams that can win it. I think it's is it 4 cars? It is 3 cars in GT, 4 cars in LMP3 and 8 cars in LMP2 in the hunt. What are their choices going to be for the Le Mans 24 Hours, the eventual championship winner? This is our race winner from yesterday evening, an Omani flagged team from Haupt Racing Team, the Almanar Racing Squad, and what a result for them yesterday. It was flattered somewhat by the way in which the race was reordered by that red flag, but they were faultless.
They were fast, faultless, executed well, did all the things that you need to do in a sports car race, an endurance race, to win it. It's 4 hours. It's a tough strategy to work out with the team, and certainly with that red flag period, a lot of stuff got compressed, whether that's drive time, whether that's pit stop legs, whether that was all kinds of other bits and pieces that the team really had to work through. So tough one to call.
This is our pole sitter in GT, though, after a stellar double pole position performance from Liam Talbot. I know you were impressed by this after the team came back from the adversity of having a 10-hour plus engine change in that car.
Yeah, it was. It's spectacular for the team to get that back.
Third on the grid, MV2S. They've been another standout performance here, and they lead the points battle, 10 points to the good. One of 4 teams rather, that can still technically win this championship. 58 points for them, ahead of Graf Racing's number 8 on 48. So they are in the pound seats, if you like, and they've been very solid contenders all the way through. They've just basically got to deliver today.
Yeah.
A podium position should get them home.
Yeah, definitely. So I think it's on the 73 car.
That is second in LMP3. John Corbett will start the race for this.
Very
this squad.
strong showing in qualifying.
Didn't
Excellent.
they just?
Yeah, really good. And they've. I think we expected to see a little bit more from them through the race yesterday, and yeah, it didn't quite pan out for them in the end, did it? Because they were running at the front.
Alexander Bekantsov qualified for them yesterday. He's a locally based and experienced racer in Radicals. That is a familiar face, an unfamiliar garb. That is Mo Smith, known to me as ELMS Santa, and the co-winner of the LMP3 European Le Mans Series Championship with Malte Jakobsen and Mikey Benham. If you're watching, Mikey, welcome to the broadcast. I'm sure you're cheering on the young man that helped you to that glory. This, though, is yet again a pole-sitting car in LMP3, but they can't catch the look, can they?
No, Torsten Kratz has just been spectacular in this car. They were far and away head and shoulders above everybody else in the class, but got completely undone with the red flag yesterday, and their drive time was just not their friend.
Yeah, here we see the 25 car, unfortunate towards the end of the race with that problem for Kiffin Simpson. Astonishingly, by the way, the 43 you can see behind, the 25 you can see here, a moment from the gentleman alongside, and then alongside the 37, all on 39 points, 12 points off the lead from this car, which is our championship leader. 2 second places and a third. Just goes to show, doesn't it? You don't have to win the races, you have to be fault-free.
Yeah, just think back to that interview that Sally did during the race yesterday.
Yeah, wasn't hopeful, was he?
No, not very happy, really quite frustrated with the way some things have gone, but they're still leading the championship, and they are in the box seat here to win.
There you go, fifth in the standings is the defending championship car, the 24 Nielsen Racing car, Rodrigo Sales.
This car had quite a lot of damage by the end of the race yesterday. It had a really damaged nose from the contact at turn 1, and then I think it got some damage on the left side pod.
There was a further contact which I think might have been involved in that incident that affected terminally rather the number 60 Formula Racing car.
Yeah.
This is Ahmed El Hati. We've mentioned Oman once, we'll mention it twice, and there'll be cheers, I'm sure, in Muscat as we do so. A proud Omani flag bearer, Ahmed El Hati, and quite right, he should be proud with pole position. Watch the red lights, watch the red lights, watch the red lights, and then watch the white car and the cars behind as they compress and then spread out for turn 1. It's a big moment for the number 11 car. Up the inside goes the number 3 car, stays in position there. 2 or 3 cars running wide, including Paul de Resta. There's a problem for Torsten Kratz, though.
Yeah, and I see that one of the United cars got some damage. The 25 was going wide there, but I think the 11 WTM car has got a problem immediately. Such bad luck.
Christian Bogle side by side with Paul de Resta. De Resta gets that position. This time, the vast majority of the field, though, get down to at least to the hairpin without major damage, aside from the issue for the, well, in performance terms, dominant Torsten Kratz, but it's all gone wrong straight away. We didn't see, it looks like he must have had contact there.
Unbelievable luck. They're streaming down into turn 6 here, hard on the brakes.
Already fourth, Paul de Resta.
Exactly. And Christian Bogle just behind him. They'll be looking looking to get everything up to temp here, but it's Ahmed Al-Hati that's stretching away. Rodrigo Sales a little bit sluggish, a little bit slow with his first lap. And Paul di Resta is just using all that experience and know-how. I'd say he's going to switch back and do the cutback here underneath. He's going to get both of them on at the same time. Same corner, he's got it done, I think.
I think he has. The head in the hands moment there would have been whether Rodrigo Sales had seen that the car was coming. He did.
Breathed a little bit.
Absolutely. Paul di Resta, before the end of this lap, is going to be up to at least second place, and I think it will be second place. Stellar run through the LMP2 field from Paul di Resta on cold tyres. Let's not forget, no tyre warmers in any ACO series this year.
Yeah, so this is the strategy that United have gone with for this weekend. Start Paul di Resta in the 22 car, and it seems to be paying off, paying dividends. Strong result yesterday, which was adjusted at the end of the race after they looked back and they got dropped down the order to 5th place, didn't they, the 22 car?
They did. Paul di Resta now looking for a way by the Omani driver. Pole position sitter, of course, for this number 98, 99 Racing. Why is a team called 99 Racing number 98, you might ask? Because Herbeth Motorsport already got 99 on the inside and does that easily now.
Ahmed Al-Hati just had a little bit of a lock-up. The car just checked across the road. That was all that Paul di Resta needed, just up the inside, got it done, and he's off and into the lead. And I expect him now to make good progress.
You can see the number 11 car ahead of them on this straight, trying to make his way back to pit lane slowly with that puncture.
The 22 just smoking a little bit there on the brakes. Not sure that maybe that's a bit of an overfill on the fluids, or is it just the plank touching and just wearing a little bit, but we'll have to keep an eye on that, see if any more of that develops. We've got the GT battle here. It's coming back to us. They're concertinaing up together again. All those cars, I think, are going to be together on the same piece of tarmac very shortly. Sally's just looking for the opportunity, and Christian Bogel's there looking ready to pounce in the 43 car. I would expect him to be able to make his way by very shortly. He's a talented young driver from the next series.
Dennis, in the next series?
In the next series.
That's bank turn 9, by the way. Still, a number of these drivers aren't quite sure what the best line into and through that corner is, and still positions changing down through the order in GT at every single turn.
Yeah, Enrique Chavez is really going for it in the TF Sport 95 car. Oh, we've got the P2 leaders, or the battling group here. Rodrigo Sales with Saliolic looking to make his way by, just darting around in his mirrors, trying to unsettle him. Rodrigo has been pretty settled here, though, but I think that Sally might have the pace over him, and if he could just get it up and the inside and by him, I'm sure he's going to be able to make it away from him.
That is Yasser Shaheen. He already was carrying damage. Turn 9 off.
It's an unusual spot for a P2 car to spin.
Yes.
It's not a huge break point there for them. I mean, it's a bit.
There's an opportunity for Alexander Kwani. He's gone out the inside. Yep. He's got it done. That was Rodrigo Sales choosing the wrong way by the GT leader.
Yeah. In
traffic.
Yeah, Rodrigo's just hasn't looked as comfortable today as he was yesterday. And Alexander's caught him and passed him and now put the move on him.
So this is yesterday's race winner here, the 37 Cool Racing car. Last year's championship winning car, the 24 car. And the
15 goes wide there.
The RLR Sport car, it's just somewhat bluffed out of his own braking points and lets the GT leader by. This is the moment. Is it touch? It is a touch.
Oh.
And that looked to me to be Yasser just squeezing the Herbeth car too much.
Yeah.
There was nowhere for the Porsche to go.
No.
Inexperience. In he comes now with damage.
Yeah.
That's not the damage from the spin. It's damage he had earlier. As the
Christian Bogel's got by.
He has.
Saliolic, and that was a move there on the Graf car. Really quite a low percentage move there, but he got it done. The Graf car really had to give him some space, ran wide, but Christian Bogel's got that done, and Saliolic has now one space and one spot further back. And let's see how Christian Bogle can now get off and away now that he's got by Saliolic.
Meantime, still further drama, still further battle. Mikkel Jensen trying to find his way at this point by Alfred Renauer.
Yeah.
We can have another car in this group that's going to be in trouble, though. Frank Bird in that yellow and blue car, reported to the stewards for abusing track limits, and we're going to see that pop up, I'm sure, any moment now. It's going to be a drive-through penalty for that car.
GT, it's almost like they can't help themselves right now.
Knocks up the inside. That's a late move. He makes it stick.
Just, but is the Herbert car going to be able to capitalise on this and get a really good run off? Simon Mann didn't really get the line up and the run off of turn 7. He's flashing his lights to give Frank Bird a little bit of a thank you very much, but you know, it's racing.
It is, absolutely. That 6 car, though, will be getting a message at some point that he's going to have to be rolling down pit lane and giving up those positions.
Yeah.
But look at the battle in this group, and another group, and another group behind that.
Yes. Mikkel Jensen looking every which way to get past the Herbert car. He might just do it here. He's just going to throw up the inside. There you go. He's just done it.
Mikkel Jensen, oh, bit of a shoulder barge there.
That was a bit cheeky.
That was, and
that was cheeky.
yes.
And here comes the 22 now.
So this is going to be a full service under green. Now, no driver change.
No driver change.
So they're switching that strategy, and they're waiting to see if there's an opportunity to put Jim Maguire in under caution. I'm sure of that.
Notice no tear off.
No tear off.
No. Unlucky, Paul.
A little early yet, though.
Yeah, it is. And so Abu Dhabi goes to the lead. And he's working his way through turn 1. And the 22 car still on pit lane, still taking fuel. Fired up and away he goes.
And not one of the 3 required 100-second stops. In comes the 43 car from 4th as he comes in, because in going down pit lane he's been overtaken again, of course, by the number 3 car. Goes through to 2nd.
They're just fuel only for that car. No tyres. They're not even cleaning the screen.
It's a very different sort of race today, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
we were expecting this yesterday.
Yes, we were.
Yeah.
It looks to me it's trouble here
5.
for race winner 5. So number 5 won the second race at.
Is this a starter motor issue we've seen before? It's
CO2 cooling it down.
Just trying to cool it down so it can start
gauge.
again.
And down pit lane comes the leader, MV2S, and also second place number 17, and the Bullet Racing car. Now that looks to me to be about the first of our regular pit stoppers in GT. So we're now in their window as well.
Yeah. Might be a bit thirsty. It's going to be Aston Martin.
It's going to be busy on pit road from this point on.
Yeah.
So
just doing the driver change here. One driver out. Another one in. And is Rob Bell going to get that move done on Alfred Renauer? He's back one inside, outside. And he's going to be able to cut back and get that decent run off.
He has, but again, the Porsche just able to just pull out the tiniest advantages. That unless Alfred makes a mistake, and he's not made very many so far.
No.
This time looking to the inside, he'll have that covered. He's not got the ponies to go around the outside without a mistake.
No, it's Rob going to be able to get back up the inside here. Not quite. No, he doesn't.
It's so frustrating, I'm sure, for the McLaren driver. They're closing, by the way, on Martin Conrad for second place here.
And 22 on the pit lane now, and Jim Maguire in the car. They're doing a full service here, the 22 United crew are. Just getting the new tyres on for Jim, and it's now we're going to see how their strategy unfolds, because it has been all Paul di Resta, all 22 at the lead of the race, really from almost lap 1. So Paul has done his job, handed the car over to Jim, and let's see what Jim can do. 98 goes through, and that'll take the lead in P2 as Ahmed Al-Hati is continuing his excellent run in his very first weekend in P2. He has done a fantastic job. Brand new to this car and this team this weekend.
Absolutely faultless so far. That was the 29 car, wide and off track. Can't take position there.
No, I think he might have to give that back.
I think he's absolutely going to have to give that back.
Yeah,
that was clearly off track.
Yeah.
That is Jerome de Satelier. on Frederick Jousset for second, and the lead car is just up the road there, the Graf Racing number 8 car, a title contending car, and that's why the urgency is because it's a title contention with the 29.
Just got to be smart.
Either let it go, I'll be honest with you, because what you don't want is a drive-through or worse.
No, I'm sure they're going to be looking at that.
Another interesting moment, battle for position in a GT class as a high-flying LMP2 and the title-leading car makes its way through traffic. These are anxious moments. Threads the needle, makes the pass. Off to the right-hand side there goes one of the LMP3 cars. We'll just go in front of us there was the Rinaldi racing car. Who's aboard that car now? That is Matthias Lerton still.
Martin Conrad still looking to put the move on John Hartshorn. And Martin's losing time here. He'll be looking to make that move on John and get it done.
Klaus Bachler is speeding away here in the lead.
Yeah, he is.
But the Herbert Motorsport car, though, still has their bronze to come, and Terrace Howe has not been aboard that car yet. So again,
with Martin up the inside, John just going very wide there on entry.
Way too wide. Now it's going to be a sprint.
It is.
Very similar engines in these two cars, by the way. Mercedes-AMG and Aston Martin.
Martin just trying to squeeze him over a little bit, and John's just giving him some back. Great racing.
Martin has got it done, though.
He has. Yeah, it's just overrun it, though, and John has as well, kind of following him and looking. That's what can happen is when you're looking at that car, or you're not looking at the apex, all of a sudden you overshoot, you don't turn in, and you miss your line. You end up following the car in front of you.
He's got it done, though. Martin Conrad moves forward and moves into second place. It's where he finished the previous stint impressively. Yes. This is the lead battle. Jim McGuire defending on the inside. Goes Charlie Cruz. No room there. Jim covers that one. Goes to the inside here as he must. But it's going to be the exit of this corner where Charlie Cruz will be looking to position the number 43 car. See what he can do. Not close enough, I don't think, yet to get it done. Might have to be down into turn 1 or out of the final turn.
Charlie Cruz is going to do it.
Does it there.
Yeah, that was coming. You knew it.
So lead changes, 43 to the lead. Into Europol, go to the lead of the race at the start of lap 48.
The 43 car had that pretty big snafu at the stop, didn't they? Down on the ground with the right rear off. Managed to get the car back up, got it on and away. 10
seconds ahead of the third place 99 racing car at the moment.
Oh, the
round goes Liam Talbot. Round goes Liam Talbot. It's going to be, I think, a pretty quick recovery. If he can get the car turned around, he can. But that's going to drop him down the order.
Here, then?
What happened?
Did Liam just got in a little bit too? He tried to just come back up the inside, and just the front axle got a little bit too much load in the rear. Just snapped around, had a bit of a spin.
Almost collected the 10 and was almost collected by the 91 in that move.
Yeah, just frustration.
Big trouble. Which of the Graf cars is that? That's damage to the left rear.
9, is that the 9 car? It's hard to see.
The 8 car is the car, it's the 9 car. It's side by side with a 55.
Into turn 9 is this?
Lost it by himself.
He did, and then as he made contact.
He has. Significant contact with a 55.
That's the two of them completely unsighted, and this could bring out.
This
could bring out a full course yellow.
At least.
Yeah.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full course yellow. We are under full course yellow.
55 went in the box.
Be advised
ahead of them.
Yeah, so there's the 55.
And it is fluid. It's fluid.
We're picking debris at several points on track. We will be picking debris at several points on track.
That would have been spotted by Eduardo Freitas, and
there it is.
Zero doubt we're going to see slippery surface flags out.
Yeah, everybody's going to be told about that.
Looking to see those flags.
Yeah.
They are indeed. But unfortunately, not early enough for the 99 car to escape a spin.
Or the 17. Wow.
4,
3, 2, 1 second. Up go the sound levels, up go the pace levels. We're back to green flag racing with 2 hours and 16 minutes remaining of this race and of the Asian Le Mans Series of 2023.
Yeah, Charlie Cruz just coming off of turn 7 there. It's got it a little bit deep into 6. I don't think he lost too much time there. He's going again. And he's done a fine job actually throughout this series.
He has.
Surprised us. Really did surprise us, but he did a spectacular job in qualifying there at Dubai, and he's now in the lead.
Well, we're watching this. Milton Jakobsen moves up now to 4th place, goes by Jim Maguire, who had a slow lap after that contact with the BMW.
Yeah, I think that he's lost a dive plane off the nose of that 22 car.
Yeah.
As well as the 34 losing a bit of its diffuser.
Gap to the leader, by the way, 1st to 4th now, we'll call, 34 seconds. So the gap between this pair and Jakobsen in 4th has come down by 2 seconds.
Yeah. Multi will be piling the pressure on to load it up. Some young ladies looking on inside the 99 Racing Garage.
So,
is this the opportunity that they've been looking for? It's Charlie.
That's the GT leader.
There it goes to the apex. 98 car gets the move done. Charlie Cruz just slots in behind. If he's smart, he'll just sit in the toe here and try and put the pressure back onto 99 Racing.
So this is going to be hotly contested.
It is.
But this is going to hold up that battle, and it's going to pull Milton Jakobsen closer and closer into this fight.
Yeah, you can see that Charlie Eastwood there in the DKR box, he's not got his helmet on, he's pretty cool, he's pretty relaxed. He knows Oyuncu Given's going to be working away behind the wheel here for quite some time, whereas I think Nolan Seagull will be in this 43 car as soon as Charlie's done his time. So this is Oyuncu Given here, very strong performer in the P2 class against Charlie Cruz, who is, let's say, a shiny bronze, isn't he?
He's certainly, yeah, he's had a bit of polish on that bronze, without a shadow of a doubt, evidenced by the fact he's silver for this coming season.
Yes.
But Oyuncu Given giving nothing away here. Looking to force the error, looking with his race experience, with his punch, with his pace, to see whether or not he can just kid the 43 driver into making an error. Perhaps it's on the inside here, and this is going to be the move. Can he get the power down? I think he can, and that is going to be a new 2nd place runner, and DK Engineering move forward into 2nd place. 11 seconds is the gap to be attacked now. What are the gaps? 11 seconds, nothing, and 15 seconds. The overall gap 1st to 4th now, 26 seconds.
Charlie just looking there to try and put the move back on Oyuncu Given, but I don't think that was really going to work. I expect Oyuncu just to get the pedal down and start driving away. He is quite the talent.
Oh, trouble, and it's trouble for the number 5 car. Race winner in Dubai, the DK Engineering car, so that's good news. They're cold springs there at Nippon Engineering. Charlie Cruz comes to pit lane now, and that is Milton Jakobsen up and now and into 3rd place. What's the gap? Remember, 38 seconds, remember that? 20 seconds now.
Wow.
So he has closed almost half of the gap to the leader. Charlie Cruz on pit lane now. He is just 6 seconds back for Anthony Guven.
Oh, wheel.
Now, which car's that come off? Was that the 33?
No, he's going too quick.
Someone's down pit lane. It's one of the Inter-Europol cars.
Yes, it is.
It is the 53 car in the hands of Wyatt Brickacek. We're going to see it here.
It goes very, very wide. And he's lost that left rear.
Oh, it's a fine time to leave him, that loose wheel.
Yeah, it is. Oh, that would have hurt him as he slapped over that curve there. 3 wheels on my wagon.
But it has kept the legality panel on the rear of that car. He's done very well to bring that in.
Yeah, he has. He's got stuff. And the boys,
there it is.
They're trying to push it further in, because I think it was still in the AF Corsa box there.
Now it goes on the jacks. Now they can bring the wheel out. Want to be ready for that, of course.
No, absolutely not.
They're just going to be checking out to see whether or not there is damage that needs to be fixed before that, or was it simply just finger trouble at the last stop?
It's being gunned on well and truly there.
And will be sent.
How it gets going.
inside. Oh, big trouble. And it's Malte Jakobsen coming together with the 24 car. It is the Cool Racing car and the 24 in trouble at turn 1.
This is, as they're coming in, what happened here? There's a huge confusion.
Oh, it's just both spun. They've both spun. Was that Malte Jakobsen spinning in sympathy?
I don't know.
Or to avoid the spin?
Yes, so who's on board the 24?
24 is Ben Hanley.
Oh, what happened there? Maybe Haley's going to be able to find out a little bit for us there.
Now that could be a race-defining moment. Charlie Eastwood, by the way, is 49 seconds back here, but remember there are still long pit stops to burn. Now what has that done to the tyres that are aboard the 37 car? He rejoins, by the way, in 3rd place because Nolan Siegel has gone through into 2nd place. That has cost him 14 seconds.
He's 9 seconds back now from Nolan Siegel.
The 98 car under pressure here.
It seems that this 43 car just comes alive during the race over those longer runs.
Bit of a lock up there.
Yeah.
This is going to be the opportunity for the pass to come on pace. It's a drag race almost. He's in the toe, goes to the inside, he's pushed to the inside, he's pushed further to the inside, too far to the inside, over the rumble strips of the cutout through. He's going to take that lead, and to the feet will come the Siegel family. I'm sure, listening and watching this as we are too, he takes the position. Can he hold it through? Yes to the first, yes to the second. He goes to the lead, 43 to the lead.
Fantastic, brilliant driving there by Nolan Siegel, but this is not over. 98 is looking to put the move on. Nolan's got to be smart on which side he decides to take, and we're going to see a bit of a lunge here from the 98 car. Nolan's cute to that. He's got him covered. He's absolutely got him covered, and that was a ballsy move there.
That's going to be tubby bye-byes now.
Yeah.
It's going to be goodbye from Nolan Siegel. Well, that was an absolutely magnificent run.
There was a mistake there from the 98 car. Went very deep, and then Nolan Siegel got a bit of the toe here, pulled out, and then he absolutely stuck to it.
Now, was that one move?
Well, I wouldn't say it was one, but he did not lift. Nolan Siegel kept his foot in, and he was committed all the way to the brake zone here after running down all that dirt and that muck all over the tyres. He's still got the car stopped, and look at that.
Courage.
He just absolutely put him in the weeds.
It's confirmed it is a drive-through penalty for car 37 Cool Racing, the 2nd place car, for the contact. We didn't see, but that's what it was. It was a contact to the rear on Matthias Bescher and Malte Jakobsen.
Oh, that's a tough one after having such a great run yesterday. It's just not quite worked out for Cool Racing this time.
No.
29 on pit lane. They're going to go at it full service once again. MV2S.
It's another one that could go any way here. Yeah. This is so tight in LMP3.
To the wire, and there's Matt Bell coming through. Is he going to go to the lead?
He is.
He is going to go to the lead because he's not stopped yet.
53 minutes to go. Something around the 40-minute mark we expect for the final pit stops for the LMP2 cars. So we know that in the last 20 minutes we are going to see another stop from the 37 car.
Yeah, so the 17 in P3 is stopping now. When do we expect to see the 8 on pit lane? 29, it wasn't long ago that they were in the box, was it?
It was not long ago when they were on pit lane, was it?
Yeah.
29 moves up into 2nd place. So Graf Racing back into the lead. MV2S into 2nd place, which would be enough at this stage. Cool Racing on pit road from the lead. And then 4th place at the moment, Frederick, as you say, you're absolutely right. It was Frederick getting ready to get back in the car, in the 18 car from 360 Racing.
Yeah.
Nielsen Racing and Matt Bell, he is rolling. Another cracker of a race.
Well, it seems like Kiffin Simpson's got the message about the headlights.
Yep, Sally Jolic there, and offering a few thoughts. Not showing immediate signs of it. Goes outside. Has he got him? He's done it. He's got it done. Oh, no, big wobble. Big wobble.
And
here comes Giuliani. Still on the inside.
Wow. Is he going to get it done?
He's got it done. He's got it done.
I don't think he has. It's not completely done because Kiffin Simpson drove around the outside. And now Kiffin's going to be getting the toe off the 15 car.
Wow, wow, wow.
That is extraordinary. Into turn 6, and Kyffin Simpson somehow is still in front of Charlie Eastwood.
Heads up stuff from Charlie Eastwood.
This is
Watch this again. Looked like he got it done there. Hadn't.
Charlie Eastwood got it out of it there.
It was the CD Sport car cut across him. Looked like he got it done again.
Yeah.
And then again, Kyffin Simpson in traffic.
Still going at it.
And V2S involved here. They can't afford to get too tangled. Here comes Charlie Eastwood again. Going to thread the needle again with another class contender involved here. This is so anybody that wants to put conservative run to the finish into this sentence, other than in the context in which I'm about to abuse it.
Wow, Charlie Eastwood.
Absolutely brilliant stuff.
Charlie Eastwood going really hot there into turn 12, just lighting up the right front on the brakes.
Brilliant opportunism from Charlie Eastwood twice. Brilliant heads-up driving from Kyffin Simpson 3 times.
Absolutely.
In what was effectively one extended move.
And Neil Yarney just sitting there watching it all happen in front of him.
I've seen this tell before, he says.
He's just, I'll let these two go at it.
I'll wait here. You get on with it.
Oh, and Kiffin's in. Pit lane.
Now, watch the pace here of Charlie Eastwood. He's got just one LMP3 car. That is Kyffin Simpson, by the way, behind the Ferrari.
Yeah.
That's 2 cars, not 1.
Yeah, and I think the Ferrari might be going a little bit slow for Kyffin Simpson's liking. The way he's weaving around.
There's big Stewie Cox. Now this is still in the window for 100. So I don't think they need it, but they might.
Yeah.
But my only guess, because of the way that Charlie Eastwood has been running here, is that they still do need one.
Yeah, we're just guessing here at this point.
It is a guess. There is Nolan Siegel from the lead.
Is he going to have to do the same here?
Algar Bro on the pit lane, the 22 United on pit lane.
Wow, are they all having to come in for these stops?
I'm joined here by Saleh Yoluk, a driver for DKR Engineering. I don't envy you right now. There are some huge battles going on out there. I mean, how are you feeling?
Yeah, all right. I mean, it's a bit stressing knowing we lose so much time, every single pit stop. So still all to play for. We will see.
Into the pit lane for the final time. 25 minutes on the clock. Less 20 seconds. It will be fuel only.
He knows it. The fuel guy knows it. He didn't get it on that well.
This is our leader, but needs to pit and is about to put a lap on the 25 car.
56 seconds, was it?
It was 56 seconds. Seems long for this point in the race.
It does. They don't need that much fuel to get to the end.
So there's work to do on the pit stop routine for DKR, but there's been nothing wrong with the car they've put out.
No.
In comes Malte Jakobsen from the lead. We'll call this one as we watch it.
Yeah, and is
Nolan Siegel will go through into the lead.
He just let the 24 car go by there. He didn't want to sit there with him behind him.
Which, by the way, is back out the garage, very obviously.
Yes.
Here is the final pit stop for Cool Racing for this season. Away will go the young Dane. This is the number 8 car, the challenger for the title from Graf Racing, called in for its last splash and dash. Car 10 is going to be called for another drive-through. That's the Get Speed car. Not time to worry about that at the moment. The 8 car is in. We are going to see the 29 car follow suit at some point, but that goes through and will lead.
You see there that the fueler is watching that display on the top of the fuel nozzle, and that's giving it a time that he has to keep it connected for. So that was a time stop. 43 looks like it's going to go to the pit lane, and Nicky is coming in.
He's coming in.
Oh. The fuel tank's not as big as we thought in the BMW.
Drama, drama, drama.
Yeah, here he is. 7 will go back to the lead.
This will be not enough fuel to earn a couple of wine glasses.
Volkenhorst fueler on immediately.
Is this got to the stage where he can go no further with whatever the problem is? That would be
smart stop there by the boys and girls at Volkenhorst.
8.5 minutes to go. Jakobsen leads, but we believe, does have a penalty service going in the box, the 43.
Yeah, only way.
Here comes the 7.
Super tough luck for them, really is.
The Mercedes takes the lead again.
Just taking the rear clip off the 43 car. and the rear deck, just to have a look.
There is no urgency there.
No.
They're done.
Yeah.
They are done. That is a rotten way to finish after a fabulous run from Inter-Europol competition.
17 and the 29 here, battling it out, and it is...
That's just a move for position. Oh, that is massive. That is massive, because if that finishes like that, Graf Racing take the title, not MV2S. That is huge.
Wow. Round the outside into turn 6, the 17 gets it done. Oh, that is extraordinary. MV2S look like they're the wrong side of that. So I think it's 91 Racing.
If they've lost the title in the final minute of running.
Wow. And Charlie's just now got the W Hotel to do. And this is so close, so close.
Charlie Eastwood, Sally Jelic, Janssen Guven, D-Car Engineering, chassis number 5, the old lady, and they are going to come home after these final 2 turns to take the win here, their first win of the season, and with it, the title of 2023 Asian Le Mans Series champions, and an automatic invitation to the centenary edition of the Le Mans 24 Hours.
Oh, yes.
The biggest result in the team's history. Amazing.
Kendi and all the boys there.
99 Racing come home to take the 2nd place on the podium, and Malte Jakobsen takes 3rd for Cool Racing. Waiting for the class winners to come home. Hat Racing at home.
Yep.
The 7 car comes home. And in about 30 seconds time, it'll be Volkenhorst Motorsport to take 2nd place and the title.
What spectacular racing we've had in this Asian Le Mans Series 2023.
What this season here in the United Arab Emirates. What an Asian Le Mans Series we've had in 2023.
It's been absolutely brilliant. So we just see the number 8 Graf car coming through to complete its final lap. And we think to take the title.
And take the title on countback.
Yes. Let's just get that confirmed, but they have had a fantastic run here. They've always been in the hunt, and they come through to take the victory here at Yas Marina, the Abu Dhabi 4 Hours.
That is the winning crew. Fabrice Rosello, Xavier Laveres, Francois Heriot.
Gentlemen, I'm joined here by DKR Engineering, 2023 Asian Le Mans Series winners here at Abu Dhabi finally, and of course guys, you'll be getting an invitation to 24 Hours of Le Mans. How do you feel?
Yeah, it's been a mental couple of weeks, to be honest. Obviously new team for us, relatively new car for the team also, so in the background we've been working absolutely flat out, and already the schedule's super packed. But yeah, it's one of those races that you're sort of sitting in 4th thinking, are we actually going to lose the championship? And then next thing you know, you're in the lead of the race. So yeah, credit to these guys. When the pressure was on, there was 0 mistakes today from the whole team. So yeah, mental result.
That is the point situation, a dominant win in the event from D-Car Engineering with 76 points. From Cool Racing up into 2nd at the end there, Algar Pro Racing with 51, deservedly in that order, just didn't have the luck tonight. 99 Racing, Inter-Europol and Nielsen Racing tying in 5th.
Xavier, say what a fantastic result. You really waited till the very final round here in Abu Dhabi and you pulled out all the stops, not only winning here the 4 hours of Abu Dhabi, you are LMP3 Asian Le Mans Series champions, and you have won, of course, your invitation to this year's 24 hours of Le Mans. How do you feel?
It's amazing. I mean, I have no words. We have done an amazing job during the 4 races. We were a bit unlucky yesterday, finishing 4th, but today we nailed it. The teammates did a good job, very good on the pits as well, and we ended up in the P1.
The overall points position, it is Graf Racing taking the title on count back only from MV2S. Nielsen Racing a distant third, just a point ahead of DKR Engineering, but it was the 2 French teams that toughed it out. They were the ones that had pace, consistency and reliability, and they deservedly took that fight to the very finish.
Wow, gentlemen, 2 in a row here in Abu Dhabi. What a fantastic result for you guys.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you to HRT, back to back. Thanks to the boys and girls, they worked really hard, and today was just like yesterday, a perfect race, no mistake, neither in the pit stops, neither on driving, no drive-through penalty, and yeah, comfortable gap for me. Martin and Faisal prepared it perfectly for me, and I just had to drive it home.
There are the points difference, and they pulled it quite close at the end, the Hout Racing team, after maybe underperforming in Dubai. 71 points to them, 82 though for Volkenhorst Motorsport, and it's a second AMG team, Get Speed, that finished 3rd.
And that concludes this 2023 Asian Le Mans Series season. In LMP2, DKR Engineering win the race here in Abu Dhabi and also the overall title. In LMP3, it's exactly the same case for Graf, who win the race here and also the overall title. But let's not forget, both of those teams will be getting their invitation to compete in this year's 24 Hours of Le Mans. In GT3, it's not the same winners here as it was overall. It's Hout Racing team who win the 4 hours of Abu Dhabi, and it's Volkenhorst Motorsport who win the overall title and their invitation to this year's 24 Hours of Le Mans. That's a wrap for this season. See you in 2024. Goodbye.